Of 12 in the third class, and that is no mean accomplishment at Augustine University, and of 21 who are obtaining diplomas. We equally rise out in a crowd of achievers. And so, while we salute the accomplishments of our 148 graduating students, to you, our graduating students, I would like to make some brief remarks. On behalf of all of us, by the philosophy of education, of the evil cannot be allowed. Stray away from education is what we find in university. Character, be of good character. Education and moral depravity cannot be found in one and the same person unless they, perhaps more than ever before, would be an incomplete or a split personality if he or she, for education, the milestone attained today is not the end of the journey. For you and for this university, a lot remains to be accomplished. For in the life of a university, the journey is perfect. It is not a university. In terms of self-discipline, learn good character, area that discourages your generation. Many of you ask me, why? So you need not flee Nigeria to work for your own good. Let me on this record, River State. Augustine University congratulates Dr. Nwachu to be accomplished by anyone who has passed through Augustine University. In the same way, dear graduates, you and your parents and sponsors deserve all the accolades and all the laudatory remarks on this day. You rekindle in us the belief that Nigeria can become great again. Distinguished, the 7th graduating.
Thank you, Vice Chancellor. I now invite the Pro-Chancellor to present her address.
Good morning, our Chief Shepherd and Proprietor. Humility and a deep sense of gratitude. Inauguration as the second Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council of Augustine University, Ilara Ekpe. To University's 10th anniversary, to lead the Governing Council, a time for reflection on how far we have come, and a time for renewed commitment to the journey that lies ahead. His grateful OON and our chance, generosity and commitment to the affairs of this university. I pay a special tribute to the sacrifices and vision of our founding father, His Eminence, Anthony Cardinal Olubu University. His dream has grown into a flourishing reality, a university devoted to truth, knowledge, and integral formation. I do so with full awareness of the legacy that precedes me and the trust that accompanies this office. The position of Pro-Chancellor is not merely administrative. It is a moral and spiritual duty to uphold the founding ideals of the university and to ensure that every decision aligns with its mission of holistic education rooted in truth and service. For me, today's inauguration is both a personal and spiritual milestone of contributing to the development of this university through the building and donation of the Chapel of Mary, Mother of the Church. This chapel is of worship, but a symbol of faith, hope, and unity. A constant reminder that true education must flow from the heart of Augustine University. Augustine University has grown from promise to proof. It's not a fixed point. And daring the duty that guides our mission over purpose, integrity and service, because they are hallmarks of academic classrooms and model compassion, intellectually sound, able of transfer lights that cannot excellence. Dear graduates, to you I believe and select, not just skill but service. You have been formed here in mind and in character. Wherever life takes you, uphold the value. Remember that your conduct you. Some of your predecessors are now employers of labor. Others have earned master's and doctoral degrees, like the Vice Chancellor just told us. Both within and beyond Nigeria. I salute you, Chief Grant. Thank you, sir. Graduating students, I say, may God be with you wherever you go next. Thank you.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Yes. Yes.
This most Reverend Doctor, the visionary of Augustine University of the Lara Kingdom, Oba, Olukan Council, Right, Honorable Della Reverend University, Vice Chancellors and Registrars, Afolami, AUI benefactors, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is with profound joy, deep gratitude to God, and a strong sense of not only to celebrate the academic accomplishment for a borderless world, dedication for a borderless world. Aptly captures the spirit of a celebration. Augustine University has in and values the ideals of their humanity, a season of new beginnings for our university. Only last month, we welcomed the assumption of office of a third substantive Vice Chancellor, Reverend Father Professor Anthony Alaba Akinwale, OP, a distinguished scholar, priest, and administrator of great repute. His appointment marks the dawn of a new chapter in our university's history, one defined by intellectual rigor, spiritual depth, and institutional excellence. On behalf of the proprietor and the entire university community, I congratulate the new Vice Chancellor and assure him of our full support as he leads Augustine University into its second decade of impactful existence. We are confident that under his leadership, the university will consolidate its gains, expand its academic frontiers, and strengthen its role as a model of Catholic higher education in Nigeria and beyond. Today's ceremony is also marked by inauguration of the second Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of the Governing Council, Right Honorable Dame Winifred Akpani. Our emergence as Pro-Chancellor signals continuity in visionary leadership and commitment to good governance. I extend my warmest congratulations to and commend the Governing Council for his dedication to the progress of Augustine University. Adewale Martins, whose pastoral leadership and steadfast faith continue to sustain the university's mission. I equally recognize the vision and sacrifice of His Eminence, Anthony Cardinal Alabo Mekodi, Badagry Region. I commend the existing trustees, the Chair of the Board of Trustees, Sir Steve Amajoko, the Very Reverend Monsignor John Anyagu, His Royal Majesty the Alara of the Lara, my sister Dame Senna Anthony, and my brother Yemi Kadoso for their work on the Board of Trustees of AUI over the years. To the Governing Council, management, faculty, and staff, I express my profound gratitude for your relentless dedication, your intellectual rigor, and your unwavering commitment to the ideals of this university. I wish to also thank the benefactors and friends of our building and Senator Daisy Danjuma for our scholarship to 24 students of this university. I thank you and all our benefactors most sincerely for your continued generosity. Your support has been instrumental to achievements and to the realization of our expansion plans. Today, we also celebrate our graduating students who will today receive their first degrees, diploma certificates, and various prizes and awards. You have labored diligently and persevered through challenges. You have emerged not only with academic laurels, but with the values of integrity, excellence, and compassion, values that define the Augustine University experience. May I remind you that your journey does not end here. It begins anew with greater responsibilities to your communities, your nation, and the world. Wherever you go, let your actions reflect the character and principles instilled in you by this great institution. Be global in outlook but local in impact. Be courageous in conviction but humble in service. As you go out into the world, carry the values of the motto of our university, Pro Scientia e Moribus, with you. Let your actions be guided by a commitment to excellence in all that you do, both in your personal and professional lives. Be a beacon of integrity, of kindness, and of service. Know that your education at Augustine University has prepared you to face the challenges of tomorrow with confidence and with grace. As you live here today, remember that you are not just representing yourself, you are representing Augustine University and all that it stands for. Finally, I wish to remind you that you will face new challenges in this phase of your life. This is why I'm presenting to each of you today a copy of my internationally acclaimed best-selling book, Making It Big. In total, I'm donating 1,000 copies of my book to each student of our university and faculty members and management of the university. To the parents and guardians of our graduating students, thank you for entrusting us with the education of your children. Your sacrifices have not been in vain, and today's joy is as much yours as it is theirs. In respect of the buildings for the Faculty of Engineering of our university, I noticed that the first phase, which I constructed and named after my mother, Dame Dejatedala, has been put to good use. It is true that the construction of the electrical, electronics, and engineering department has suffered significant delay. I wish at this junction to reflect my commitment to the proprietor of the university and the university company to build this block, whose current construction cost, including furnishing, has escalated to almost 4 billion naira due to inflation. I hereby announce that I have brought with me a check of 500 million naira, which I hereby present to the contractor. Based on the time schedule of the contract, it is hoped that the construction of the building will be completed by the time of our university's 2026 convocation. Your Grace, ladies and gentlemen, the contractor and I signed the contract for the construction of the electronics engineering block this morning. I hereby announce my donation to the university of the electronics engineering block at the cost of 4 billion naira. Thank you, and may God Almighty continue to bless Augustine University and each and every one of you. Thank you for listening.
Before we listen to the convocation lecture, the Chancellor would like, as he announced in his address, he would like to hand over the check for the construction of the second phase of engineering building formally to the contractor. Connie contractor, are you here? Can you please step forward to Connie contractor? Okay. So hand over the check. The Chancellor himself will hand over the check to be supported by the proprietor, the Chairman Board of Trustees, the Pro-Chancellor is also here, the KBSC is here too, and Chief Sena Anthony. to please support the Chief Senna Anthony. Can we please give a round of applause to our Chancellor? As the Chancellor said, our Faculty of Engineering building is named after his dear mother, Lady Doja Otedola, Faculty of Engineering. Thank you. Please, can we give a round of applause? A short interlude, just 3 minutes. 3 minutes. I'm timing you. 3 minutes is 3 minutes. we give them a round of applause? Thank you. AUI Orchestra, thank you, well done. Chancellor, I would like to invite Professor Steve Afolami to deliver the convocation lecture. And before he comes to give the lecture, I will invite the university orator, Dr. Nyashe, to read his citation. Dr. Nyashe.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, may I have your permission to invite Professor Stephen Afolami to step forward for the presentation of his citation. It is with a profound sense of honor and privilege that Augustine University welcomes one of its chief builders, Professor Stephen Olaoluwa Afolami, as the distinguished guest lecturer for our 7th Convocation ceremony. A visionary academic, a pioneering scientist, and a transformative leader who served as our pioneer Vice Chancellor from 2013 to 2020. Professor Afolami's distinguished career is a testament to a life dedicated to pursuit of knowledge and the service of nation. Early years. Professor Afolami was born into the highly respected family of Pa Gabriel Omotesho and Mama Juliana Afolami of blessed memories on the 6th day of January 1951 in Oka, current headquarters of Akoko Southwest local government area of Ondo State. Primary education policy of the old Western region in 1957 and proceeded to obtain the West African Examination Certificate as a Grade 1 candidate in 1968. He obtained a bachelor's degree in agricultural biology from the University of Ibadan in 1974 and a PhD in nematology in 1987. He won the Ford Foundation undergraduate summer research scholarship for training in nematological research at the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture in 1973 and was also awarded a postgraduate scholarship for nematology. Was at different times the head of the Department of Crop Production and Crop Protection at FUNAB, president of the Nigerian Society for Plant Protection and editor-in-chief of the Nigerian Journal of Plant Protection. He's a founding member of the Nigerian Society for Nematology and is vice president and former member of the Society of Nematologists in the USA. While in active university service, Professor Afolami was highly relied upon for quality service in university administration as head of department, dean of postgraduate school, chairman of many important university committees, and membership of university senate. He received many commendations by the Senate of the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, FUNAB, for these roles, especially the deanship of the postgraduate school, where his tenure produced the postgraduate school building and its adjoining auditorium. FUNAB honored him with the Award of Distinction in 2019, plaques of honor in 2020, and appreciation in 2021. In 2018, the premier university of Nigeria, the University of Ibadan, recognized Professor Afolami's contribution to education in Nigeria and honored him with a Worthy Ambassador Award during the 70th anniversary celebrations of the university. Professor Afolami served from April 2013 until September of the Archdiocese of Lagos in Ilarekpe on leave of absence from the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. Professor Afolami is widely traveled, having won travel grants to conferences and research meetings and workshops at different times in North and South America, Europe, Africa, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Family. Professor Afolami has a passion for the family as an institution, having been twice president of the Nigerian Association Development, NAFAD, and a member of the Voice of the Family in Africa, an NGO anchored in Strathmore University in Nairobi, Kenya, a platform from which he addressed a World Policy Forum on the Family in 2005 in Brigham Young University, Provo, USA, on the role of the family in stabilizing society. Professor Afolami is happily married to Professor Caroline A. Afolami for 49 years, and they are blessed with 6 children, each already contributing in their respective ways to the various sectors of the Nigerian economy. Professor Afolami retired statutorily from active university service at the age of 70 years in January 2021 after a very meritorious service. He is currently the chairman of the board of trustees of the prestigious Pan-Atlantic University, Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos. Esteemed colleagues, proud graduates, distinguished guests, it is with immense pride and deep respect that I present to you a true pillar of academia and nation building, a scholar of profound intellect, an architect of institutions, a devoted family man, a steadfast patriot. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished 7th Convocation lecturer, Professor Stephen Ololuwa Afolami.
The proprietor, the chancellor of this university, the pro-chancellor, vice-chancellor, registrar, and all the principal staff of the university. Alaelua, the Alara of Ilara, and all the clergymen that are here supporting the university, and the Reverend sisters sitting behind them, all the distinguished members of this congregation, particularly all those that are on this side of the congregation, and all guests, and may I say, great AUites. I didn't hear the response. Great AUites. Thank you very much. I hope you know that's your name. AUI welcomes you all, and I'm very delighted and very honored to be here today. My lecture has been part and parcel of very many things that have been said by those who spoke before me. So in order to shorten the lecture, I have a request to make of you. Because the lecture covers the very beginnings and all that the UI, all that the AUI was to stand for. A dream came alive, and the dream matured, and we are witnesses of the dream today. So to honor those dreamers, particularly the Cardinal Anthony Cardinal Olubunmi Okoje, the former Archbishop of the diocese, and his immediate successor, the Archbishop of Lagos Archdiocese and the proprietor of this university, and all the other names that you have heard today. Please, let us give all of them a very resounding clap to thank them. Thank you very much. You have taken one whole page of my lecture. The title of this lecture is Augustine University at 10, Providing Integral University Education for a Borderless World. Let us start by trying to understand a borderless world, having taken the introductory remark away from it. You know, you tend to think that borders don't exist anymore because there is intrusion into every nation by the things that we witness every day via the internet, via the various networks, via cable television, intrusion into homes. And those of you who are favorites and participants in the leagues in Europe, football leagues, La Liga, the likes of Premier League, and those of Germany, you know how much you are not only entertained, but how much these programs provide even employment in faraway places like Nigeria. You talk of the viewing centers, and then you know that the world has become borderless. But then, borders still exist. You only need to remember the current activities of the President of the United States and all that he has done to keep away intruding immigrants in the last so many months, and all that he is doing to even ensure that those who want to be legal immigrants have to pay through their nose and be discouraged from doing so with so much high visa fee. That shows that there are still borders. We still need permission to enter other people's countries. So there are borders. But all the same, the world has become borderless in the sense that we can interact at very high frequency through the things that have come to integrate us into a one global family. So what is integral university education? The Vice Chancellor, while addressing the congregation, as well as every other person that has spoken, has talked about the Catholic University as our basis for training students in this university. And in that regard, I am full of gratitude to God, standing here today and seeing this crowd with half of the hall filled with graduating students, 140 of them. 10 years ago, there were only 52. And you know, the fees they paid were so little that we had to go telling the proprietor so very often, with so much pity for the chairman of Board of Trustees and pro-chancellor, anytime that we had to go reminding the proprietor that we are his children who had to be funded. But now, you know, at that time, I made bold to tell council and the Board of Trustees, as well as the proprietor, that 54 students, or 52 as the record seems to be showing, will become 520 students in no time. And that 520 students will become 5,200 students. We are already witnessing something that has gone beyond 540. Let us thank God together and give God the glory with a resounding clap for all he has done for us. Providing Catholic training, education that is integral for students isn't an easy task. The Catholic Church has always entrusted these very important activities to those who take care of Catholic schools. And it isn't different in the case of Augustine University. The global landscape from which university graduates seek employment and in which they must survive requires interdisciplinary fluency. You know that now the difficulties that are faced are immense in trying to provide the kind of education that the Catholic Church would like to provide for every student in this university. Because integral education is a holistic model that nurtures the whole human being. It includes sound academic instruction, cognitive development through rigorous intellectual inquiry, and emotional intelligence through reflective and interpersonal learning. In this regard, this university started its programs by engaging in very rigorous interviews for the pioneer students. We interviewed more than 250 candidates, out of which only 52 eventually registered. But before then, parents and their wards were taken through the interviews that tried to establish the moral level of the candidates that the university was admitting, so that there would be a base from which the university will start. And the university will, from the beginning, know what plans to draw up for each of these 52 students. And it was so intense, bringing them up as if they were children of all the staff on campus, that at the end of their tenure, at the end of their stay in the university, everybody was proud that Augustine University had produced graduates that were worthy in character and in learning. I dare say that today, I also vouch for all 140 graduates that they are worthy in character and learning. Am I right? Thank you. That answer confirms that there is continuity in this university. In fact, going around and finding so much continuity makes me so happy that I cannot but thank what was done in the last 3 years to ensure that this university has, at the time, the first Deputy Vice Chancellor, who, as it has turned out now, understudied the outgoing Vice Chancellor and the nuances on campus, and is now here with us as the third Vice Chancellor of Augustine University. You are welcome, Professor. Like I said, integral education is difficult to provide because the core pillars are things that require a lot of investment in funds. And it requires that the curricula be such that you could make it flexible to reflect the needs of society and to reflect the needs of the nation, and then make the students themselves internationally available and employable wherever it is that jobs are found all over the world. For that reason, emotional intelligence and all the things that this university tries to teach
especially formally in the CHF courses, which we call character formation courses, designed by this university and added to all those other ones that NUC has in its arsenal in trying to improve the character of all Nigerian undergraduates. Those have been very helpful. But in addition, there has been personal attention to the needs of each student. And now that the population is growing, it's imperative on the university to ensure, and in this, by university, I'm referring to the proprietor, pro-chancellor, the board of trustees, and council, to know that when Professor Akinwale comes begging for more classrooms, for more lecturers, for more science equipment, for more engineering equipment, you must know that he is only trying to ensure that the university fulfills its mandate of ensuring that staff-student ratio remains what is worldwide acceptable and something that will make it possible for teachers of the university to be able to mentor each student and not just mass produce them. The university should never mass produce. We then leverage on technology as a catalyst. It must be put on record that this university started on a very high note in technology. The Directorate of Information and Computer Technology here, headed by Reverend Sister Francisca, who I think must be sitting here with us, was provided so much support that during the COVID-19 problems, which internationally affected everybody, the foresightedness of the proprietor and the Archdiocese of Lagos in ensuring that the things provided, the templates provided by the drawings of architect Femi Aina, who was a very demanding architect, met all the requirements of a university that wanted to be world-class. So when COVID-19 came with all its disturbances and with all the interruptions and with the lockdowns all over the world, it was amazing how seamlessly Augustine University immediately switched from analog to digital. Because the infrastructure was there, Sister Francisca and her team and all the other persons, the university lecturers who themselves were swayed in all of these things, managed, to the glory of God and the eternal joy of this university, to graduate the second set of students who were 42, I think, in number. But for this provision, Augustine University, only within 5 years of becoming a university, would have had to join the League of Universities whose programs, whose length of service, length of the programs could not be determined. That would have been a big shame. And I once more thank the founders of the university for providing all that was needed to ensure that the students didn't face that dilemma, and staff and students managed, and those 42 graduates joined the working class and entrepreneurs. Now, that's a reflection on the foresight of founders. and the effect of cooperation within the university. There is need, therefore, to keep on enhancing academic performance for global relevance and competitiveness. You have been told that the first valedictorian of this university, in the person of David Wanchukwu, already has a PhD 10 years after the university was founded. He graduated first class with 4.87 CGPA, I think, and it was here that we cheered. So that's a very good news for all of us. We also know that our students, our graduates, are doing well in very many other fields. I wanted to say that one of the other valedictorians, I think 2021, in the person of Kingsley Alena, with a CGPA of 4.82, is currently studying to become a priest at the SS Peter and Paul in Bodija, Ibadan. He studied philosophy, and the Archdiocese of Lagos has graciously accepted him and presented him to SS Peter and Paul for training. We pray that not too far from now, perhaps in the next 4 years, Augustine University alumni will have a Reverend Father. Now, beyond that, our students are in various places all over the world. The last part of this includes things that have to do with what our students are doing in their various places of work and in the classrooms of their postgraduate studies elsewhere. I'd like to mention in particular once more another of our students, Kelvin Edosa, who also was a first-class pioneer graduate in computer science, who has become a trailblazer in the technology industry, having contributed in the founding of 3 technology companies in the diaspora, and later created his own innovation, Zappy, a tech product now widely adopted by businesses in Nigeria. The stories of Marietta Ude, Martina Balogun, Samira Baba, Clara Nwadinigwe, Fumi Akinwale are all trailblazers in their various respects in various places all over the world and in Nigeria. Mr. Emmanuel Onyea, who is the president of the Alumni Association, was also a first-class economics graduate who is into entrepreneurship. One problem that Nigeria had in trying to bring a curriculum up to date with realities at the time was curricular rigidity. Curricular rigidity was such that private universities came on, and it was pretty difficult for many who wanted to be different to fit into the mold. A clear example was the Pan-Atlantic University today, which started as a postgraduate institution with its flagship of Lagos Business School, a world-renowned business school today. That institution had so much problem getting its innovative and exceedingly different constitution through in NUC that it ran into trouble. It was almost closed down, but for the fact that many Nigerians, top Nigerians who had benefited from the trainings provided by that institution had to come in its defense with a court case to halt premature close down. We thank God that everybody persevered. Today, that institution, having been finally approved for takeoff officially as a university in 2002, created such an impression in NUC that NUC awarded in 2003 a thank you plaque to the first Vice Chancellor, who was also the first Director General of Lagos Business School in 2003, as a way of saying, we didn't quite understand you. But in the words of Professor Alos, who was the one that was honored, he said, all was well that ended well. And we are here today because now NUC has so reformed that it has brought in very many new programs, out of which Augustine University benefited in 2020, 42 new programs which they approved for Augustine University for modernizing its curriculum. So a new academic brief was put in place. NUC cooperated with the first Vice Chancellor and his team, and that was approved. The succeeding administration had 8 of those programs which had been submitted for visitation by NUC, by the first Vice Chancellor, had them approved further and accredited for takeoff in 2020, I think October towards February of 2021. And today, this room is so full of students because those 8 programs came alive. We thank God that the NUC, having renewed itself so much, is contributing so very much these days to the innovation in universities. Because now, all that it takes, the core program that NUC approves, is 70% of centrally controlled curriculum. 30% is supposed to be generated internally by the Senate of each university as additional. So the minimum that is required, that is imposed, is to ensure that universities can add what they consider best to make these candidates and these fresh graduates appealing to employers, not only in Nigeria, but internationally. We will ask the NUC representative to kindly convey the appreciation of Augustine University to all that it has done to support us. We also know that as the university enlarges, many other problems will arise if efforts are not made to ensure that our students do not become just one of those students. I trust that the Vice Chancellor, with all his experience, will keep on leading his team to ensure that attention is given to the needs of our candidates, of our students outside the classroom. In conclusion, in rounding off this lecture, I must thank the Vice Chancellor, Reverend Father Professor Alaba Akinwale, for inviting me to deliver 7th Convocation lecture. I have 5 minutes. I'm sure I can manage. And also thank the chairman of CERICOM and the other members of CERICOM, Mrs. Aziba, for taking care of my wife and myself since we arrived. The proprietor, the Archbishop Emeritus, and Board of Trustees, and the unrepeatable privilege they all gave me to be the pioneer Vice Chancellor of this great university. Everybody here is an agent of change, and the Archdiocese has been wonderful in ensuring that change for the good keeps taking place. Shall we acknowledge the Archdiocese? There is a need to remember the first chancellor of this university, especially, Monsignor Aniago, who is present with us today. He provided such a support to the Planning and Implementation Committee from the beginning and served as chancellor until, I think, 2 years ago. Monsignor, thank you very much for all your efforts. Tribute has been paid to the Otedola family, and we can never thank them too much. Mama always reminds me whenever we meet that her greatest intention has fallen short of what the reality is today. The support, the massive support they have given the university and keep giving, just as we have witnessed in the check that have just been given to the contractor for another building in the Faculty of Engineering. It's a continuous proof of the love of this family for the university. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Chancellor. Then, these students are the second set of graduates that I'm not familiar with in terms of being the Vice Chancellor at the time they were admitted. So most likely, many of them may be seeing me for the first time, and I don't know them, at least not very many of them. But all the same, because you are products of Augustine University, you are my children, and I am your father. And if I'm your father, I request you to kindly stand up and receive the blessing of a father. I pray for you today. I'm not taking the role of the proprietor, but as a lay father, I pray that the world will smile at you wherever you go. I pray that Nigeria will affect you positively. It is also my prayer that you shall shine like bright stars. That Augustine, whose name this university bears, will be your advocate in heaven. And that as you walk out through the gates of Augustine University, good things will be waiting for you wherever you go. Kindly sit down. Just as I was saving this document to mail it to the university, the chaplain of the university, Reverend Father Toye, interacted with me, and so I close this lecture with his contribution to the lecture. I quote him, "This year, the church celebrates the Jubilee Year of Hope, a sacred time of renewal, gratitude, and recommitment to the mission entrusted to us by Christ. In a special way, these days have been set aside as the Jubilee of the educational world, inviting all who teach, learn, and form minds to rediscover education as a true work of hope. Vocation, we do so not only to celebrate academic excellence and other achievements, but also to rekindle faith in the transforming power of knowledge rooted in hope. May this Jubilee inspire us to educate for a future full of hope, a future radiant with faith, wisdom, and service. I make his words mine. And thank you and all the staff of this university and all the students for listening. Thank you very much."
Afolami. Can we please give him another? Okay, since the orchestra is not ready for interlude, we just continue. Okay, so thank you once again, Professor Afolami, for that lecture and for helping to summarize the 5 or 6 page lecture. Thank you. Award of diploma certificates from our Faculty of Humanities, Management and Social Sciences. Chancellor, sir, the persons whose names will be called have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes and regulations of Augustine University in affiliation with St. Gregory Diploma School of Pastoral Music. They have music in the Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies. With the recipients of the Dean, Faculty of Humanities, Management and Social Sciences, please come and present your diplomas. When your name is called, you come forward for a handshake with the Chancellor. Chancellor, sir.
The authority of the Senate, I present to you the persons standing who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be awarded a diploma in pastoral music.
I receive you all.
Adeyemi Esther Damilola, distinction. Onyeji Amara Jude, distinction. Chukwuma Fidelia Onyekachukwu, distinction. Oyebola Gabriel Adesoye, distinction. Obiagbalasi Henry Eberechukwu, distinction. Ezinwa Stella Maris Ogochukwu, distinction. Akpaga Bruno Chigbonka, distinction. Kemini Joel Chisom Mary Manuel Merit. Eze Alice Teresa Merit. Ejike Tochukwu Vincent Paul Anyanwu Eukeria Nkechinyere Merit. Chukwu Florence Obiageri Merit. Avembuan Osahon Matthew Merit. Oshole Michael Ogie Merit. Okolo Ifeyinwa Ogugwa Merit. Lai Blessing Lucia Merit.
Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you, Chancellor. While the Chancellor was giving his address, he said he is going to give a copy of his book to both our graduating students as well as the current students of Augustine University. So after the handshake, on your way out, you collect a copy of the book. Award. Thank you. Admission to first degree in our faculties. Chancellor, sir, the persons whose names will be called have fulfilled the requirements of the statutes and regulations of Augustine University and have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be admitted to the degree of their various faculties. Will the graduates in the management and social sciences please stand?
In the name of the Faculty of Humanities, Management and Social Sciences, and by the authority of the Senate, I present to you the persons standing who have been found worthy, both in character and in learning, to be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English and Philosophy and Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Banking and Finance, Business Administration, Economics, Political Science and Mass Communication of the Augustine University, Ilara.
I receive you all. Thank you.
Accounting and Finance. Isaac Ugu Chidima Gloria, first class. Oyebulem Mirabel Mesoma, first class. DK Abigail Chisom, first class. Onamade Oluwadamilade Eric, second class upper division. Eze Winifred Chinaza, second class upper division. Kariere Oluwatobi, second class upper division. Ukwo Simeon Idoreyin, second class upper division. Chikere Ihechukwu George, second class lower division. Atunrase Bankole, second class lower division. Ojiekwe Chibuike Francis, second class lower division. Osemele Victory Joy, second class lower division. Adeosun Eyitola Rosemary, second class lower division. BSc Banking and Finance. Abonwanda Prince Faith, first class honors. Eze Diego Stephanie, second class upper division. Department of Business Administration. Ezema Akachukwu, first class honors. Akudike Favor, second class upper division. Izuchukwu Vincent, second class upper division. Rita Fabiana, second class lower division. Whitmore Daniel Harry, second class lower division. Zubai Morenikeji Paul, second class lower division. Orimolade Benedict Ayodeji, second class lower division. Ejiofor Precious Mary, second class lower division. Chigozirim Divine, third class. Ijezie Elochukwu Charles, third class. Emenike Dikachi Denzel, third class. Department of Economics. Ajujoa Ekenedilichukwu Deborah, first class honors. Agbaire Ogenemudiaga, second class honors upper division. Isaac Ugu Chigozie Clinton, second class upper division. Ezeilo Chisom Amanda, second class upper division. Uche Chukwu Josie Maria Uche Nwosu, second class upper division. Akali Chioma Somtochukwu, second class upper division. Ibikunle Justus Oluwabumi, second class lower division. Chidiobu Maxwell Chiemelie, second class lower division. Nachukwu Kingsley, second class lower division. Department of English. Unduka Ifeoma Andrea, first class honors. Department of Mass Communication and Media Studies. Anene Rejoice Osadebame, first class honor. Etia Chidioba Anita, first class. Agbiremole Felicity Eseosi, first class. Uduin Gome Tobiloba Esther, second class upper division. Ominje Ogogo Oludara, second class upper division. Osuchukwu Lumen Chiditem, second class upper division. Iyonda Peter Ayodeji, second class upper division. Ezimora Immaculata Ogechukwu, second class upper division. Onwumene Ebelechukwu Joy, second class upper division. Akpan Morola Oluwa Utibet Abasi, second class upper division. Nachi Peace Chioma, second class upper division. Jibuno Ogechukwu Chinaza, second class upper division. Igbe Amuche Priska, second class upper division. Amaechi Theodore Oyinye, second class upper division. Onyeka Stephanie, second class upper division. Ufort Ayomide Joy, second class upper division. Anigbogo Annabelle, second class upper division. Nungbode Yetunde Benita, second class lower division. Odunowo Daminola, second class lower division. Uzowulu Shizaram Jude, second class lower division. Kabai Nwabuma Chinoye Clyde, second class lower division. Obieze Chi Kelly, second class lower division. Atiomo Francis Xavier, second class lower division. Ofili Ikena, second class lower division. Ige Adedoyin, third class. Department of Political Science and International Relations. Dare Olude Oluwadamilade, second class upper division. Nwokoro Kistabel, second class upper division. Onwuli Obianuju Elizabeth, second class upper division. Ineso Bridget, second class upper division. Ato John Osamudiame, second class upper division. Obibi Aruorio Ogene Sharon, second class upper division. Egboro Aware Solomon, second class lower division. Amazueme Abuchi Kalistu, second class lower division. Chioke Chisom Ashley, second class lower division. Ima Dominic, second class lower division. Ajayi Simon, second class lower division. Ugumadu Jema, second class lower division. Oha Kalem Ngozi, third class. Department of Philosophy. Department of Philosophy. I should wait. Department of Philosophy and Religious Studies, Okpara Augustus Chibueze, second class lower division. Ude Lucky Somtochukwu, second class lower division. Otunoyo Ogenereku Emmanuel. Thank you. Congratulations, everyone. 20 years is one of our success stories in Augustine University. You can see that AUI is all inclusive. The Chancellor is so impressed. Million naira. Can we please clap for our Chancellor? And at this juncture, we also want to appreciate all those that have supported us to be able to care for Emmanuel while he was a student here in Augustine University. The department, the faculty, those working in the hostel, the family support, and his church support. They are all here to support him. Thank you all. Okay, please, let's go back to our seats. Faculty of Science, please, can we clear the midway? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Bishop Emeritus of Lagos Anglican Communion. You are here with your wife. You came to support Emmanuel and his family. Thank you. Will the graduates in the Faculty of Science please stand? The Dean, Faculty of Science, please come and present your graduates.
Chancellor, in the name of the Faculty of Science and by the authority of the Senate, I present to you the person standing who have been found worthy both in character and in learning to be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Microbiology, Biochemistry, Biotechnology, Software Engineering, Cybersecurity, and Information Technology of the Augustine University, Ilara.
I admit you all. Thank you.
Department of Biological Sciences, BSc Biotechnology Program. Theodore Sita Chiamaka, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Olaniyi Constance Eniton, Second Class Honors, Lower Division. BSc Microbiology Program. Agmosel Ebositali Salome, First Class Honors Division. Udeono Priska Somtochukwu, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Uwakwe Mary Amarachi, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Ogezi Oyije Ela, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Okebia Zusan Chineye, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Obinodu Anastasia Enwamaka, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Obeora Chizon Cynthia Dolin, Second Class Honors, Lower Division. Department of Chemical Sciences, BSc Biochemistry. Adeyera Ann Ifeoluwa, First Class Honors. Akwinli Kate Adaobi, First Class Honors. Bangboye Diekola Oluwa Fadejuwon, First Class Honors. Fafiola Esther Oluwatimileyin, First Class Honors. Emenike Chioma Azel, Second Class Honors, Lower Division. Ibe Igo Friday, Third Class Honored. Durojaye Motunayo Miriam, Third Class Honors. Department of Mathematical Sciences, BSc Computer Science. Eyo Aneka Anabasi Emmanuel, First Class Honors. Odige Onesetale Trixie, First Class Honors. Osinowo Ayomide Ifeoluwa, First Class Honor. Nwaibu Chukwebuka John Paul, Second Class Honor, Upper Division. Adamu Samuel Ayanfeoluwa, Second Class Honor, Upper Division. Obiaga Gift Maluchuku, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Okamba Regina Chidera, Second Class Honor, Upper Division. Chukwemeka Ari Ebuka Kelvin, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Ayo Taire Emmanuel, Second Class Honors, Upper Division. Esiaka Chiwetel Alvan, Second Class Honor, Upper